Hey, what's up, guys? Today we're going to be going over 20 plyometric exercises for speed. I think this is going to really help you out if you're looking to do some at-home exercises, making sure you're a little bit more powerful, a little more explosive, and things that will specifically carry over to running faster. So we're going to go ahead and hop right in the video.
The first one that we're going to do is one of my favorites, just going to be a single leg jump back, trying to land, keeping that heel nice and high off the ground, and then just being able to transition right back off the ground. When I originally made this video, I was just going to use the original audio, so there's a couple of these that will end up taking a little bit longer to be able to go through than others because I am trying to explain it. But really, when we're doing this, we're really trying to work on getting that really good forward shin angle, getting a good bend in the ankle, and then still being able to have a lot of power there. This one's just going to be a lateral jump to a broad jump, right? So you can see how I'm trying to be able to stabilize as I jump to the side. So it's a lateral, single leg lateral jump, single leg broad jump, and then land on 2 feet. Okay, another thing to help you just be nice and explosive, nice and quick off the ground. That's the big focus when going through those ones. Here we're starting on the knees, jumping up, landing, trying to keep all of our weight underneath us, be nice and quick with being able to get the feet through, land, and then jump in right back out. I really like this one to help being able to get the quick knee drive and work on being nice and explosive as we're coming through. Next one we're going to do is going to be a bound to vertical jump. This is all going to be single leg bound to the side, land, jump right up, bound to the side, jump right up. Just again, working on being able to be pretty explosive when doing that. And that's the idea with these is really having like a speed focus, right? I mean, we do want to be able to obviously be springy when it comes to jumping, but the best that we can, we also want to be aware of being able to add speed into these. So this one's going to be a 2-foot broad jump, land on one, immediately absorb that force, go laterally, then go back vertically. And you could even go into like a run here. When you get to this position, you almost feel like you want to start running. So I would say that would almost be better, right? Broad jump, lateral jump, then be able to start taking off. This one's going to be a rear foot elevated and assisted jump here. This one that I really like. You can see I'm just going to be down here, and I really want to be landing more on like the balls of my feet. I'm trying to work on getting my knee up, work on getting my toe up. You can see I have the assisted, the bar assisted. I don't think I might have said band assisted there, but it's bar assisted. You could also even use anything where you can put your hands on, just going jumping right back up or right off of the ground, being able to be nice and quick with your foot contact time there. This one's going to be a lateral jump. You don't have to use a med ball. If you have equipment and can use a med ball, then definitely a good way to be able to help. And I even, with like teams that I work with don't have med balls, I'll even use like a dumbbell, right? Just kind of holding the dumbbell on the sides and being able to do it that way. Works just as good. Here, we just want to be able to make sure that we're balancing here. As you get going, you could start to add in more speed. But when I'm going through these ones here, I really want to put a focus on being nice and stable within that foot, really working on this. Ends up transitioning, I think, really well into like the start. Okay, because it gives us the opportunity to be able to really stabilize and understand how to utilize the feet and be on the front part of the foot there. This one is a lateral jump, nice and quick off the ground, works those muscles on the outside part of the hips, makes it so we're nice and quick off of the ground, and makes it so we could also control our body well. When you do this, you want to be aware of what you're doing with the arms. We want to make sure we do have an arm swing, really driving those knees up, right? You can see how I'm getting my knees up right to my hip height and being able to try to, again, just spend the least amount of time on the ground as possible. Here's a depth drop, right? So I'm on a box here. It's only 12-inch box, right? It doesn't need to be a lot of height. You could even use like a 6 or an 8-inch box. If you're a little bit younger, I would actually recommend that. I would say you really don't need to go above a 16, okay? Just because part of what we're trying to do here is transition out in front. So if you go too high, then it becomes a little bit more difficult for you to be able to take that force and put it into a horizontal push off, right? So it's a single leg depth drop into a single leg broad jump, right? And then here I'm using I'll go through another one, using a box here where I'm landing, kind of doing like the same type of thing. Here I'm a little bit higher up, but going through that same type of process, landing, and then trying to broad jump right back out, make sure I'm nice and quick off the ground as I'm going through those, maintaining a good upright position. These ones are just going to be tuck jumps, so I have my knees coming straight up to the sky here, making it so, again, I'm working on my foot contact time. This one's good just to help with that knee drive again. There's a lot of people that I think can improve their speed just by getting more effective drive within their knees, within their hips. This is a great exercise to be able to accomplish that. I go from the side as well so you can see that. Here we go. Just going right up with the knees. Again, coordinate the arms when you're doing that, right? You don't want to be limited with what you're doing in the arm swing. Here, I'm just working triple tap, so it's going to be 3 really quick steps and then holding. Again, these are plyometrics to help you with your speed. So I figured I'd add some things that are going to be nice and focused on your quick twitch, right? Being nice and fast with your legs, but also things that'll help you with your running form as well. So this isn't like a traditional plyometric type exercise, but I think it is really effective when it comes to building your speed. This one is a single leg ankle jump. Again, really working on, you can see I'm going assisted here to help me in being able to be nice and quick on and off the ground. I don't want to be spending a lot of time with my foot on the ground. I want to be nice and quick, making sure I'm landing with my foot underneath me. Here, I got power step up. So I have a box and I'm just pushing down in the box, driving straight up, getting great extension through my foot. And then when I land, I want to be controlled with my knee, right? This is another really good one for athletes that are playing, soccer, basketball, football, things like that, where you're going to be cutting because it gives you that knee stability. Here now I'm working on being able to pull that foot back underneath, land with my ball of the foot, and then come right back up. This is really good to help with people that are landing more on like the heels or further back in the foot, have a hard time in being able to create good pull, just because it really emphasizes that pulling back underneath you and then being able to be nice and explosive off of the ground from that position. This one's an alternate split jump. I love the split jumps in general. I think they're really helpful for building like leg power. But here I'm just going with an alternate split jump. So I have my leg a little bit higher up, really forces me to be able to drive upwards, get some more vertical force, and then be good with being able to get my other side knee up and through and be able to control that landing as my foot strikes the ground. Again, always good to be aware of what you're doing with the arms. I think the more focus you could put into what you're doing with your arm swing, the better you're going to be within your ability to perform at a high level. This one's going to be a broad jump to vertical jump. So this is, we all know when it comes to sprinting, it's a combination of horizontal force and vertical force, which horizontal is more, like forward and back, and vertical is more up and down in terms of the force. So what we're doing within this drill is we're working a combination of both. We're going to be jumping out, so that's going to be horizontal, and then I'm going to take that horizontal force and put it into a vertical force. Now I'm going to absorb vertically and go back outwards, and I'm going to go vertical, and then I'm going to go back outwards. So I'm using both vertical force to help me with my horizontal, as well as my horizontal force to help me with my vertical. And that makes it so then I could be just more familiar in how I could use both forces to be able to help me in being able to run. Now, this one's just going into a traditional broad jump, right? I think this is going to be, this is a great exercise when it comes to improving your start, being able to get those knees up. Really, the combination of height within the knee as well as length ends up being really important. And then I also have hurdles here that you're jumping over. So, some of these I kind of put them together, like the broad jump, the continuous broad jump, and the jump over the hurdles. That's really supposed to be into one continued exercise. And the reason I just did it because not everybody has hurdles. So, for you that don't have hurdles, just do the continual broad jumps, trying to get up and over. But you can see here with the hurdles, it gives you the opportunity to really focus on getting vertical as well as having to get outwards. Now I have a single leg broad jump. This is, as I've told you guys many times in the past, if you've watched my videos, this is one of my favorites. I think this is a definite needed exercise if you are looking to improve your speed. I wouldn't do more than like 7 or 8 of them. Usually I have people do 5 sets of 6, right? So you do 6 on one side, 6 on the other side, and do that for 5 sets. I think it's really good to help you in being able to understand foot strike and better control your running in general. Now we have bounds, just trying to get up and out. There's been a lot of studies that shown that the bounds really are a great way to be able to get some feedback when it comes to sprinting capabilities. If you're able to go out and up on these bounds really effectively, then your ability to run fast is a lot more likely. And then we're going to go into power skips here. So here I'm trying to get as much upwards as I can. This really gives us a great opportunity to be able to improve our plantar flexion, how much extension we're able to get in the ankle. Great way to be able to do that. And it's also a good way, again, to be able to work those arms, right? Being able to work on that pullback and have a good understanding of what we want to do within the upper body. Last one here is just going to be single leg rotational jump into a broad jump. You could also do, you can see I jump over a hurdle again here. I would say you could either do just a rotational vertical jump or a rotational jump up and over and then go into a vertical jump, or you can go into a horizontal jump. Either way works. You can see I did a little bit extra here, but I think this is a great exercise as well. As just really the focus is here is just on a rotational jump. You could just even do that, right? You don't even have to have the hurdle if you don't have the equipment. Just being able to start on one leg, load into that leg, and then from there be able to jump up and over, be able to create power on the inside part of the foot, land, and then jump out. I think is an important skill to be able to understand how to do in order to really maximize your performance. So those are going to be the 20 exercises.
All right, thanks for watching the video. If you like the information, click that thumbs up down below. Subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, comments, or recommendations, you can leave those down below. As always, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you soon.